Okay. Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Giving light and love to you for the Be Your Own Hero Show. The Be Your Own Hero Show. That stands for helping everyone reaps optimism. Helping everyone reaps optimism. In other words, that helping other people is a reciprocal action. The more you help other people, the more you feel the desire to do better for yourself. Right? So it's reciprocal action. And I'm your host, I'm Sekou Wrights, and I am a professional creative and a speaking, what do I want to call that? A speaker. I'm claiming that I'm a speaker. Shout out to Tim. What's up, Tim? What's up, Tim? There you go. Shout out, Tim. It's good to see some of my familiar voices this week, because I've been alive all week. I keep messing up something. So my availability has been a little shaky. It's been a little shaky. But I've been back at least 2 weeks. 2 weeks in a row I've been back. And I'm just keeping it going. For those of you just joining us, I should emphasize the fact that I am recovering from a stroke. And I am doing this despite the fact that I'm recovering from a stroke, because there are lots of pundits that would say, leave it till you're done, leave it till later. But hey, I already did a marathon. So what else can they do to me, right? I'm just gonna keep keeping on. And thank you, B King. Thank you. Oh, and you know what? And Fee King has asked me what kind of stroke I had, but I can't ever say the name of the stroke. I've read it a bunch of times, but I can't pronounce it. It's an H something. I can't get it. But anyway, I'm keeping on. All right. So let's get into some money. You know what that means? We're gonna get this dice rolling, and we're gonna. Oh, wait a minute! Before we go on, I have to welcome. I have to say that that this is the return of Free Flow Fridays. Free Flow Fridays. I got that from Nan, and this is going to be my first Free Flow Friday. That means that it's going to be a little loose today. So here we go. All right. Here we go. Rolling. And 3. The number is 3. 3. So you all know the deal. The deal is you take $3 out of your regular account for money, and you transfer that money into a new account. Now, a new account you get from your current bank. Like, don't try to worry about a new bank, different place, or any of that. Just call your bank that you already have a relationship with and ask them for a new account. And then once you have that new account, you can transfer the money easily. You can easily transfer the money from one account to another. You can do it on your phone. Matter of fact, I do mine on my phone. I just tap it. Move $3 from here to there. Done. And what the point of this is, and I said this a lot, but I feel like we need to say it again so that we really get it. So anyway, I'm moving this money out of the area where it's going to be looked at as travel money, as emergency money, right? We're moving it out of your basic money into a different account so that it will not be looked at as money that it will use when it's time for an emergency, right? So you've got to do 2 things. You've got to move it so that so it no longer looks to you as part of the whole, right? And secondarily, you've got to move that money from the account into a brokerage account. So that means there's so many now. There's WhatsApp. I'm sorry, I said WhatsApp, didn't I? WhatsApp. So what's one? Oh, Cash. The Cash app that you use to send money around from people to people. Well, you can also invest on the Cash app. So you can just take that slice, take that $3, move it to the account, and then transfer it to your brokerage account. Whichever brokerage account you use, I'm suggesting for those who are starting to start with a small account with that offers funds that are what's that word again? That well, makes them small. Makes them small. Right? So you can buy stock by making them small. So yeah, so that's my point. The point is with the dice roll challenge. If you haven't done it yet, please do it with me now. Open a new account at your bank, right? Transfer this money. Transfer this $3 out of your regular checking account into this new savings account, and then transfer that money into a new brokerage account. Right? Because it's easy. It's easy. You already use the Cash App, I'm sure. I'm sure you're already using the Cash App. Just use it and set aside some money to buy. To invest real estate, because we all know that investing is a win. But the thing is, where can you invest for $3? Where can you invest $3? You could actually invest $3 and change that into money for yourself right now, for yourself and for your future. Okay. All right. Fractional shares. Thanks, B. All right. So I'm just reading the comments. Okay. He said, I did it. I've been transferring money from my checking into my Robinhood brokerage account. Yes. So please, people, do it. Just do it. Like once you get it set up, once you get your brokerage account set up, it's easy. And then you just have to worry about where to put the money once you get the money moved over to a brokerage account. We'll talk about that later. So this is Free Flow Friday, and so let me just recap one announcement. If you only spend money, you'll stay poor. If you only spend money, you'll stay poor. If you only save money, you'll stay middle class. So if you want to become wealthy and be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, you must invest. And let me just say this as a segue. It's going to be hard. See, most of us are thinking of it as easy, but it's not easy. It's hard. It's hard work. And I use that as a segue to talk about Anthony O'Neill, because this week has been the Anthony O'Neill week. We can talk about Anthony O'Neill pretty much all this week. So let's just round it out talking about Anthony O'Neill. Well, Anthony O'Neill is an exhibit to the point that it's not easy. It's not easy. It is not easy. It is not easy. So let me just share the story with you in case you missed the story. Anthony O'Neill, how do I want to put this? Where do I want to start? He ended up getting kicked out of college at the beginning of his sophomore year. And then through some tough words he had with his stepfather, he was told that he had to live out there on the street, like out there in the world, wherever, and just do you. Just be a man. And so Anthony Anderson found himself homeless. He sits laid in his car, and mm, and $35,000, I believe, in debt. I believe he had $35,000 in debt. And so he had to work to pay off all that money. And to do that, he had to have like 3 jobs. Like I've heard him say three different jobs. I've heard him say he worked 3 different continuous jobs. Like he went to one, then he went into that job, went to a third, then took a nap, and then went to the third, went to the second, went to the third. So doing that consistently, and he used one program that his father gave him, his stepfather. Stepfather gave him a focus from Dave Ramsey. And Dave Ramsey has a lot of things out, we know, but he just gave him a small thing, talking about working on his budget and pay himself out of debt. Well, he later learned, I found out because I found a new interview myself of Anthony O'Neill, and I was listening to him last night. And, when you tell the same story a lot, you can forget things. And sometimes, your story changes a little bit. So I was very pleased last night to hear him talk about the fact that it wasn't all smooth sailing. Once he got access to his parents' home, once he's making money, that he still fell down the rabbit hole a couple times. Many times he kept falling down the rabbit hole. And it wasn't until he was gifted with Dave Ramsey's one of Dave Ramsey's more strenuous programs. But once he signed up for that, that's when he started learning. So I just want to hold this up. This is Dave Ramsey's Baby Steps Millionaires. Baby Steps Millionaires. I feel like I'm getting 2 books in one, right? Because I'm reading Anthony Anderson, but also hearing a lot about Dave Ramsey, right? So Baby Steps Millionaires is just a book that I've chosen to reread, but there's so much stuff from Dave Ramsey and from Anthony Anderson that you can just find. You can find so much info, right? Okay, so where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Dave Ramsey. I just want to say this. All right, here we go. This means that if you live like no one else now, later you can live and give like no one else. Right? I'm going to read it again. That means if you will live like no one else now, later you can live and give like no one else can. Like no one else can. Right? So it's important that we recognize that it ain't easy. It ain't easy. And as Anthony O'Neill taught us, you're gonna keep falling. But you've got to dedicate yourself to investing. You've got to dedicate yourself to investing. Because if you don't, then it's gonna be something that you keep playing with. You put a little bit in, let me put a little $10 in. Let me put a little $5 in. Let me put a little $6 in. When you won't realize that you should put the bulk of your efforts into savings for the point of investing, right? Investing, have that investing money, right? Okay. All right. So I think I think that's it. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you where he lives. Someone asked me how do I spell his name. Oh, first of all, this is why I did not run today. Those who ask me did I run today? No, I did not run today because voila, it is snowing. It's snowing outside. And I remember when I ran before, and I made the discovery. I discovered Mr. Charles and all that, and yeah, and still I haven't been able to get myself out there. So we'll see, we'll see. But let me show you this. This is Anthony O'Neill. I'm giving you the spelling of his everything. Oh, come on, come on. I almost got it. I almost got it. I almost got it. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. This is taking me so long because of my hurt hand. All right. And here we go. So Anthony O'Neill, here he is. Notice there's no accent aigu between the O and the N of his last name. Anthony O'Neill, just written together. Capital O-N, right? But guess what I discovered in the process of looking up his name? Look at this. Can I get there? Can I get there? No. Wait. I just deleted it, didn't I? Yeah, I deleted it. So anyway, I was just going to show you that Anthony Anderson is based in Nashville. What? He's based in Nashville, Tennessee, which, as you know, if you watch the show, is where I am now. So I am here in Nashville, Tennessee, where Anthony Anderson also is. So that's exciting. That's exciting. And also, so is Dave Ramsey, also based in Nashville. So that's really very interesting. Oh, and by the way, I should put this one up. Oh, I think I can get this one up. Okay. Let me see if I can get it. Hold on. So I was interested in finding out the relationship between Dave Ramsey and Anthony O'Neill because Dave Ramsey is such a big personality, and he has a lot of things going on in terms of breaking barriers, and so you see pictures like this. You see pictures of them doing their own thing, but if you look, you see them looking like this together a lot. Anyway, I felt like there was some drama that happened between them, and they weren't working together anymore. And shame on me for believing that. Shame on me for believing that there was something that went wrong. I found another journalist who asked him the same question, and the answer was like, no. Dave Ramsey said, "Hey, I think you're moving in a different direction and getting bigger, and we can handle you here. Like let's you slide off and do your own thing. And here's some money to go do that with. I mean, that's incredible. And shame on me and that other journalist for looking for the dirt, looking for the angle. Ain't no angle. This is a beautiful story. And also they are very ensconced in their godliness. And so that's very cool too. Okay, so there we go. All right. Let me stop sharing. Okay. Yeah. So that said, I'm gonna move on to Hero News. So quick lesson about the marathon. So I remember that at the very beginning, I started off with this woman. Well, these two black women, and they're walking fast. And they're holding this little band between them. One of them is wearing these heavy shades, and they're walking. They're walking heavy. They're walking seriously, right? And I started joking with them. I was like, hey, I know you guys doing it. You guys doing your thing. And so we had this kind of decor. This kind of decor. We were talking to each other back and forth. And don't you know, this was in the beginning, the very beginning of this 26.2-mile race, right? Let me tell you, I saw them again on the last 3 miles. Ooh, last 2 miles. I won't say last 2 miles of the race. And I couldn't keep up with them. And you know what else I found out? One of them was blind. One of them was blind. And the person she was with was just pumping her arms. And they were moving fast. They had this little high tempo walk going the whole time. They never ran. They never picked up their pace. They just kept on walking, and that's how they got there. That's how they got there, by being focused on their goal. And so their time is better than mine. Their time is better than mine. I could not keep up with them for that last little strip towards the finish line. So shout out to them, wherever you are, whoever you are, shout out to you. Okay, so yes. Thanks, Fee, for expressing the wow. Yeah, no excuses. No excuses. You can get out there and do it. You can get out there and walk the marathon. You can walk the marathon. Once you start, everyone is going to be there to help encourage you. Okay. All right. So now, from a high streak to a low streak, or a different kind of streak, let's talk about my pain. Okay. So pain today is very specific. Pain today is my right shoulder is killing me. My right shoulder is killing me. I went to the gym yesterday. My first time in the gym my second time in the gym since July. Yikes. So only my second day in, and I used the starter weight. So you ever go into a gym and you see a thing where you got to pull out the I don't know, like the sticky thing, pull it out and put it where you want it to be. Right. I used it where it was already. Right. At the top of the line. Top of the line is 10 pounds. 10 pounds. I had to use 10 pounds. I was like, oh man, 10 pounds, but it is what it is. And I worked this right hand side a little bit. And I felt fine. The day of. But I woke up like, oh, OMG. OMG. Like I'm hurting it a lot. But I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. So anyway, my pain for today is very specific. I gotta move my arm in a way that I can move it. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. Okay. And let's see. I did my marathon story, I did my pain story, and I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So just remember that I am not a personal trainer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm also not a personal trainer. I'm doing these things for myself, and hopefully you'll get something out of them. So until next week, am I going to keep on with this? Yeah, I guess I'm going to try. So until then, keep doing. This is important. Keep doing. I was just thinking about running on the snow. Ugh. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But keep doing. Keep being your own hero. Be a hero to you. That's all that matters. That you are your own hero. And remember that now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Ashe and amen. And maybe I'll see you next week. All right, later. Oh, wait a minute. I got to find a thing. Here we go.